morning. It's Saturday, November 6th. Good morning to you. And welcome to the Abisu Nadvaez Political Commentary Report, Volume 13. Can you imagine that? Not a bad week. Not as bad as the last one, and hopefully this one will be better. We had an election in Virginia and New Jersey. It's giving mixed signals. Rachel Maddow did a great report on it because the Republicans are like dancing in the streets all of a sudden because the Republican governor won in Virginia. But if you look at history, that has always happened. Since Ronald Reagan is president, every time New Jersey and Virginia vote for their governor, right after that election, they vote against the ruling party. So if there's a Republican president, they vote for a Democratic governor, and vice versa. So I think the Democrats should be happy because we broke the plane. Yes, we lost in Virginia, but we won in Jersey. So that was against the grain. Murphy held on. So relax, Democrats, we're okay. There's still a lot of people that are voting Republican, and we'll address that as to why they should not. Eventually they'll get it. They didn't get it in Virginia, but they got it in Jersey. So there's hope. But that brings up voting rights again, because the Republicans are doing everything to cheat with gerrymandering and redistricting. So please, come on. Schumer, do your thing. The president has already spoken. The majority whip, Jim Clyburn, has already spoken. You must have the carve-out. I think Sinema and Manchin are going to give it the 50 votes. But you know what's really great that happened this week? Murkowski woke up. Remember I said she sleeps once in a while? She woke up again. She remembered that she was a write-in candidate. The Republican Party tried to kick her out. So she's almost like an independent. But she voted. So that means she voted for the voting rights. So even though they lost because it was 51-49 and you need 60 votes to get debate, you got 51 votes now. So that means if Manchin or Sinema decide to punt, we still have 50-50 with Murkowski being the 50th vote. But I like the cushion. I like the fact that if we do the carve-out, we'll have a 51-49 vote and Kamala, our vice president, in the sidelines waiting just in case Manchin or Sinema balk. But what I love about Murkowski breaking ranks and becoming 51-49, that means someone else might break a rank. Maybe Portman, who's retiring, will realize the importance of voting rights as a legacy. Maybe Collins from Maine will join her counterpart in Maine, Senator Angus King, who's independent. It's possible. 60 votes is not possible, but 53 is possible. 52 and 51 is possible, and 50-50 is not. It's now almost certain. Therefore, let's go. Voting rights. Don't let it sit past December 31st of this year. Get that voting rights passed now. So important. Infrastructure. Okay. 50-50. What I mean by that, we got the infrastructure bill passed. $550 billion. Infrastructure for roads. Not people infrastructure yet. But it's the second major legislation passed by the president. We had the rescue plan that we all got benefits from. And now we have the infrastructure bill that's bipartisan. I think it was 8 or 9 Republican senators voted for it. Or was it 10? I'll check the numbers. You can check the numbers. But guess what? 13 Republican House members voted for it. And yes, there was a protest vote with 6 Democrats, the crew, saying, okay, wait a minute, you broke the rule in the sense that they first agreed that we'll do both at the same time. That didn't happen, so we had a little protest vote. But still, we got 228 because 13 sound-minded Republicans told McCarthy and Scalise to take a hike. This is great for my constituents, and they voted for the bill. 13 to match Volume 13. So that's good news. That's good news that we have an infrastructure bill in the books that the president will sign on a bipartisan basis with a small bunch of Republican senators, saying yes and a small bunch of Republican House members saying yes, but it's bipartisan, McConnell and McCarthy, so eat that. I'm in a good mood. So that's the good news. Now what's left is what? The Build Back Better plan. It won't be 3.5 trillion, it won't be even close. It'll be about 1.75. But it'll happen. And that will be the people infrastructure plan. I trust Manchin and Sinema. They gave their word to the president. I don't think they're going to break their word. I don't think they want to go down in infamy. I think they want to be celebrated. I was listening to Manchin carefully. I won't say he's a great man, but he seems to be a good man. And Sinema, yes, she's a political animal, so therefore she'll realize that a yes vote is for her political sustainability. So I believe it'll be a little slow. They got to do the parliamentarian, they got to score it. But rest assured, we got the American Rescue Plan done. We got the infrastructure plan done. Now we'll get the Build Back Better plan done pretty soon. Sometime late November, maybe early December. Bank on it. And Republicans, you guys are doing nothing. You think you're going to win by doing nothing? You're going to be proven wrong. So it's a decent week. Abortion, though. Boy, that was sad. I was listening to the argument, and it was so clear that Alito is leading the charge to try to destroy abortion rights for women. Shame on you, Justice Alito. Because you, even in your question, you were alluding to the fact that this all might be moot. Because you're going to, in the Mississippi case, you're going to try to gut Roe v. Wade. Elena Kagan was brilliant. She said, listen, I don't understand that argument. The argument that because they did something we never figured out before, we don't know how to handle it. I don't understand that. So she made Alito and Thomas and Gorshin and Amy and Kavanaugh look pretty foolish. And that shadow docket, it's got to go with respect to important decisions. I don't think they'll do that again. But I love the fact that Justice Roberts fast-tracked this. In 10 days' time, from the filing to the petition, certiorari, and go, they did an argument, and they submitted the case in 10 days. They hadn't done that since Bush v. Gore. That's how important it is. Why did Justice Roberts? Because he realized how silly that shadow docket decision run by Alito, how shameful it was, and they had to fix it. So the case has been submitted. Let's see what happens. I hope they rule soon because, my goodness, there's no abortion in Texas right now, and that's just a shame. On the rule of law, okay, a lot of subpoenas going out. But Garland, please, let's get moving. There's no way that Bannon should be sitting pretty for 2 weeks now since he did contempt of Congress. He should be indicted and prosecuted. Let's get that going. The U.S. Attorney in New York, let's get those indictments going. The District Attorney, the Attorney General, I believe, in New York, let's get those indictments going. And Cyrus Vance, District Attorney in New York, let's get those indictments going. And the District Attorney in Georgia. Let's get all those 4 things going now so that this fallacy that Trump is going to come back and be the Republican nominee will all go to the wayside because, like I said in my last volume, you can't run for president while you're in jail. So it's a good week. Let's see what happens. And then finally, the pandemic. 750,000 is the number, memory serves. It's too much. But on the good news is that we got the vaccine for the kids. Come on, parents, get your kids vaccinated. Also, Pfizer did a real good thing. They got a pill now that's getting approved, and that pill looks good. It's got, I think, 80% efficacy that if you get COVID and you take this pill early enough, it'll prevent hospitalization and death. Doesn't take the place of the vaccine, but it's a nice medicine cabinet pill that people should have. So if you get COVID, you take the pill, a little tea or coffee. That's great news against this pandemic. So Republicans, get out of the way. School boards, come on, security. We got mask mandates to protect the kids. We got Pfizer vaccine to protect the kids. We have soon some mandates for employers and employees, federal and private. That's going to take effect that by January. There'll be mandates all out throughout the country. And we need security to protect our school board members who are going to protect our kids. And shame on every adult. What a punk you are. There's a couple of punks that go to school board meetings and they threaten beautiful people that are trying to teach their children some education. Shame on them. Hopefully that will end soon. And shame on Mitch McConnell, because Garland is on that, our Attorney General. And Mitch McConnell is like, hey, that's not your purview. Of course it's his purview. Mitch McConnell, man, you are Moscow, Mitch. So, all right, that's enough. Enjoy your weekend. Let's hope for a real good week with respect to all the topics we talked about. Things are looking up. If you like what you hear, like, dislike, subscribe. Those who have subscribed, thank you. Spread it around. We can use some more subscribers to get the word out. And enjoy your weekend. Well, by the time you see this, you've already enjoyed your weekend. And let's hope that you can enjoy your week. Okay, that's it for now. Thank you.